Three, two, one, action.
Hi everyone. This story's about the day I almost drowned in the camp pool. I know, sounds a little grim, but it turned out fine in the end. So the story starts off with my mother. One day after school was out for the summer, she decided to send me and my little brother to summer camp. When our mother told us we were going camp for the summer, we freaked out and we ran out of the house. So like an hour later, after a neighborhood search, our father finally found us hiding in the bushes in the neighbor's yard. He grabbed us each by the ear, almost ripping it off, and he brought us back home. And we both went to bed that night with no dinner. The next day, early in the morning, our mother wakes us up screaming, "Get up and get ready. The bus is leaving at 6 in the morning." But we didn't want to go, so we went back to bed. A little while later, I wake up to my brother freaking out, and I asked him, "What's wrong, you dipshit?" He said, "Mom just screamed that if we don't hurry up, she's coming upstairs." Yeah, so what? That's when he replied, "Big Bertha." I was like, hell no, now I'm up. Okay, here's a little rundown on Big Bertha. Picture a bat tied to a fire poker and stained with dry blood, and that was Big Bertha. Okay, maybe no dry blood, but you get the picture. I remember, our mother never hit us, but just the threat of Big Bertha scared the crap out of us. Now we're in the process of getting ready. Now we have to take showers. My brother went in first, and half an hour later, it was my turn. And guess what? No hot water. After my shower, now our bottles of popsicles. And now with the last nail in the coffin, our mother decided to write our names on every piece of clothing. I'm no genius, but that's not a very good idea. I was about to say hell no, but looking at Big Bertha in the corner there, I backed off, crossed my arms, and gave my mother the stare of death. She looked at me and said, "What are you looking at?" And I, with full confidence, replied, "Not much." I swear her face turned all red and her eyes were bulging out of her head. Yeah, I saw the devil. I saw the devil that day. Mama, no! So, I ran for my life. A little while later, I was still hiding under my bed. I heard my mother screaming, "It's 5:45, let's go." So I guess everything is okay. I came running down. And now we're in the car. I'm in the back seat with my brother. No way I was riding shotgun. I wasn't sure how mad she was. A little while later, we were there. We boarded a Greyhound bus and we said our goodbyes to our mother. We asked her, "When are you coming to pick us up?" She said, "At the end of summer. Get on the bus." Oh yeah, by the way, our father was still at home in bed sleeping. Shows you how much he cares. Don't tell him I said that. And now we're on the bus going to camp. It's strange. The camp is called Camp Happy Times. But looking at everyone on the bus, no one looks happy to go there. One kid was banging his head on the window and screaming, "Let me out." Another kid was crying and picking his nose. But there was this one kid on the bus named Chris I was talking to. He was pretty cool, so we talked the whole bus ride. It was like around 8 AM when we finally made it to camp. And for some reason my Scooby-Doo watch stopped working the moment we got there. When we got off the bus, they separated the boys from the girls, and by age group, and they put us in different cabins. I was really happy. Chris and I were in the same cabin, and 6 other boys from the bus. Oh yeah, my little brother was put in a different cabin, and I never saw him again. Just kidding, I saw him 2 weeks later. So Chris and I and the rest of the boys went to the cabin to check it out. The cabin was really nice, and we all had bunk beds, so we all ran to get the bottom bunks. Nobody wanted a top bunk. It was right next to the window, staring out into the forest where you may get dragged and murdered at night. Chris and I both got bottom bunks, so we all unpacked our stuff, and the rest of the guys wanted to go to the pool because it was really hot that day. So we asked the head counselor, and he took us to the pool. He was kinda cool, but it was a little weird. He had a lot of zits on his face, and one of them had a hair coming out of it. It was nasty. Okay, back to the story. So the pool was huge, and it had really high diving boards. I didn't know how to swim very well, so I avoided the deep end. After spending most of our time pushing the girls in the pool and acting like a bunch of losers, all the guys decided to jump off the diving boards to show off to the girls. They kept asking me to go. Eventually, I said okay. So one by one they jumped off until it was my turn and another kid called Simon. When I looked back, Simon was giving me this creepy look. I ignored him and I turned my head. At that moment, I felt someone pushing me. It was mother freaking Simon. I fell headfirst into the pool. After that, I blacked out. I woke up with someone blowing air in my mouth. Tasted like mint. I looked up and saw this beautiful girl looking at me and smiling. I was in heaven. There was a bunch of people all around me. I asked, "What happened?" My cabin mates told me I almost died. The lifeguard pulled me out of the water and saved my life. Someone called an ambulance to make sure I was okay, and they sent me back to my cabin. While I was walking back to my cabin, I heard yelling, so I ran over. What I saw was Chris holding Simon in some kind of death chokehold because of what he did to me at the pool. I was like, shit, it's going down. The rest of the guys pulled them apart, and that was it. They both cooled down. After that, Simon came to talk to me. He told me, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I was like, it's okay, bro. Everything's copacetic. I had no beef with Simon. We just forgot about it. Later on, the head counselor came and told Simon, pack your stuff. Your mother's coming to pick you up. We were like, what? They're kicking him out on the first day? His mom came and picked him up, and that was the last time we ever saw Simon. And that's how I spent my first day at Camp Happy Times.